Hi again then guys, and welcome to another top-end speed build for Forza Horizon 3, this time for a car which doesn't necessarily have as much use as some of its newer rivals and counterparts in the Super Saloon class, but it's a car which can definitely still give them a great run for their money, especially for its price, the Lotus Carlton. This car is extremely quick. Now this tune is a YouTube exclusive, it's not on my storefront, so if you want to copy this one you will have to do just that rather than downloading it. Now as far as conversions, I would recommend that V10 engine. As far as the drivetrain, all-wheel drive is my recommendation as always. If you don't want to fit it, you don't have to, but as I said, I would recommend it. You want the twin turbo, of course, for the peak power, over 1200 horses in this case, and then for the rest, a lot of things are down to you. The rims, whether or not you want to remove the wing like I have, even the roll cage, which as you can see I have fitted, you don't necessarily have to. I would recommend it for this car, but as I said, it's down to you. The things which are essential though are to install everything with race in the title. So the suspension, the tyres, the brakes, the diff, the gearbox, all that kind of good stuff. And some of it is obvious. Of course you want to give it the highest power you can, and within reason the lowest weight which you can. But once you've done all of that good stuff, then of course it comes to the tuning side of things. And as far as the benchmark goes, you're running good numbers, supercar numbers. In fact, 2.1 technically to 60, 4.1 again technically to 100, 268 flat out. It's pretty impressive, especially for an older sedan. Now for the final drive, I would recommend a ratio of 3. Then for the individual gears, pretty standard to what we'd usually do. It's a fairly simple car to get good performance out of. 2.9 for first, then 2, 1.5, 1.17, 0.95 and 0.79. For alignment, as I pretty much always do, I've gone for neutral, camber and tow. 1 degree of caster on this one because it's a reasonably big car, so to help with the manoeuvrability there. Anti-roll we've got on 36 and 20. Springs on 228, 187, and I've personally opted for the lowest ride height. As far as dampers, we've got those on 16, 13, 7 and 6. Aero doesn't apply on this car, and for the diff we've got 100% on acceleration, 0 on decel, and 75%, or a 75% bias that is, toward the back end. So that's it for my tune overall. As I said, it's not on my storefront, so you'll have to use this tune or a variation of it, of course. But for now, let's actually take it out, of course, on the street to see if it can hit the benchmark, if it doesn't hit it, or even if possibly it could go beyond it. Now, the funny thing about the Carlton, at least for me personally, is that it's kind of a sleeper car, but not a sleeper car at the same time. Because people do know that the Carlton is a quick car, so it's kind of not a sleeper, but visually, it kind of is. It's very boxy, it's relatively understated, and a lot of people just don't use it. And especially younger people might not know how significant this car was when it was released. For a long time, this was the fastest super saloon you could get, and even by today's standards, it's still really quick. So from that point of view, it kind of has that sleeper appeal. Plus it's a lot cheaper than many of the newer super saloons. Overall, it can easily hit that benchmark, as you can see from this video. And of course, if you decide to use this tune or some variation therein, I hope you have a lot of fun with it. But there are plenty more tunes to check out on the channel if you did enjoy this one, and for now, as always, thanks for watching.